What's up, my people? Welcome to Vertical Football. Welcome to another episode of Five Things We Learned. Manchester United 2, Rangers 1. Exciting game, really. I think a lot of good moments in that game for the football fans, but also a lot of moments that were actually flat, but a lot of talking points, really. So, guys, let's jump right into it. The 5 things we learned: Manchester United versus Rangers. I think, first of all, it's a win. I think you have to take it. This team, in this period at this level, you should not really analyze too much into their wins. Just take the win as it comes. I think even at a moment close to the end of the match, around the 88 minutes or 86 minutes, it was 1-1, a goal from Fernandez, and you thought maybe this is one of those matches where you've been leading for most part of the game, even though it was an error from Jack Butland. And now you've just lost the lead and you've drawn the game, or you drop point eventually. But Bruno Fernandez came to the rescue. Good goal from Lisandro Martinez. Good ball from Lisandro Martinez to Bruno Fernandez. And so it's a win. You just take it like that. Don't look too much into the win. Second thing, really, I think it's a big job for Ruben Amorim. I put myself in his shoes when I was watching the match, and I was trying to analyze the team critically once again, because we have been analyzing, but just to analyze one more time. And I just have to say it's a big job for him, really. A big job. And let me give us examples why I feel it's a good job in the next points I'm going to be saying. The first one is the fact that in this team, the only player that fits a particular position in this team currently as we speak is Ahmad in the right hand side number 10 role. So that's the only player that actually slots in, or you can even use Ahmad as a wing back, even though I prefer when Ahmad is, as one of those number two, those one of those 2 10s. But you can also see that that's the only position that is fixed right now. The goalkeeper is not fixed. The defenders are not fixed. Wing backs definitely not fixed. Midfield, you can see the amount of time that Amorim removes Ugarte and Kobe Mainu. Tries today. Now he tried Bruno and Kobe Koila. It's not fixed. The 2 10s, one of them is fixed in terms of Ahmad. The other one, it's not. We don't even know what's going on. Garnacho played that play today. The next match could be Bruno Fernandez, and then the striker obviously is not fixed, rotating between Zegzi and Oiland, and both of them are still below average performances. So it's only one position that is fixed right now. It's a big job. Another thing, still on the second point, is the fact that this team does not have ideas when attacking. I don't want to. There are no ideas generally, in the sense of there are no ideas when they want to build up. The build up is slow. The build up is lethargic. The build up it takes too much time. There's no tempo on the ball in the build up from the defenders. I don't want to just focus on that. That's obvious. But in attacking, there's a lack of ideas in attacking. Yes, clearly like a lack of ideas, and not just necessarily a lack of ideas, but also there is no plan when attacking. So what am I saying? I know some coaches come from different school of thought. There are coaches that will tell you that they so much focus on structure and plan when building up, structure and plan in the midfield, but they leave the attack and the attackers to be free to use their intuitions and the likes. And there are coaches who everywhere, throughout the game, both defense, midfield, and attack must be around the structure. Now, this Manchester United team is such that the players do not even understand the basic structure of how they want to attack. So, for example, what do I mean? For example, Garnacho could be moving with the ball down the byline and maybe cut back, and then the players that are in the box do not even know if Garnacho is going to cross the ball or if he's going to do a cut back. They don't really know, and you see that every time Manchester United attacks, which they did quite a lot in this match, the players are like, it's like, let's see what's going to happen. We don't really know what we want to do, but maybe when we get there, let's see how we're able to do it. And I think it's shambolic for a team like Manchester United, a team that needs to be challenging for trophies. I know he's a new manager, but there should be a foundational structure in attacking. It could be training on cutbacks. It could be training on crossing. It could be training on, blindside launch, blindside runs, shadow runs. We need a structure in attacking. There is no clear idea in that attacking, and it was really terrible. Terrible to see. I just remember the time of René Mollisteen when he was in charge of the attacking side under Sir Alex Ferguson. Particularly even the last season of Sir Alex Ferguson, that was structure. When Valencia, you also know when Valencia moves with the ball, Manchester United fans can remember, really knows what Valencia wants to do. When Rafael is with the ball, the likes of Van Persie knows what to do. When Evra is with the ball, the likes of Van Persie knows that sometimes they don't need to be in the box, sometimes they have to drop back. There was always a structure in attacking. This team does not have a structure in attacking, and I think it's shambolic. The second point is I felt there was a mismatch. But I don't know why, but I have to obviously tell you guys and analyze it the way I see. There was a mismatch in the sense of the first half. I think Dalot as the wing back, Garnacho as one of the number 10s. Things were moving smoothly there, even though they didn't necessarily make the right decisions at the end of the process, but things were moving clearly there. But then the other side, Ahmad as the wing back, and then Eriksen as one of the number 10s. And Eriksen, sometimes when Ahmad is on the ball, moving as a wing back overlapping, moving, Eriksen is not close to Ahmad. The space is too much. There is a hole in between the defensive structure of Rangers that Eriksen should be in there to capitalize upon. It's not there. Eriksen is playing as in a 2 with Zexi up front. I don't really know, and I think and there was a point where we could have exploited some things there in the first half, and I felt I didn't really like what I saw there. I would have opted for Eriksen to play with Toby Koila and maybe Bruno Fernandez up front. We need him to do those things in the pockets, in the mid space there, and it was not there, and I think I didn't like that. Third point, if you want to take it like that, third point, I think this team needs intelligent players. This team seriously, I repeat it, this team seriously needs intelligent players. Players that know how the game is and how the game should go. I hope I'm able to explain it the way I want to, but there are intelligent players, for example, intelligent players that make chaos become play. I don't know if you get that. Intelligent players that make chaos become play. So what do I mean? For example, it could mean like the opposition team is attacking your team, opposition team is attacking Manchester United, and then we recover the ball. And when we recover the ball, most of the time we recover the ball. The player that receives the ball in a good position, most times is anxious, is under panic. And what the player does sometimes is just to kick it away. I had a lot of issues with Matthias De Ligt in today's game because I saw that sometimes it was that player in that position, and the decisions they take in those positions are terrible. This is Manchester United. So, for example, you receive the ball in a good position. If it was a very intelligent player would, instead of kicking it in panic mode, we calm the ball down and make it a play. So that we need intelligent players in this team that can turn chaos to play. I remember, I don't want to remember the old days because definitely Manchester United had those kind of players, the likes of Michael Carrick, the likes of Paul Scholes, who could make chaos become play. So Manchester United need intelligent players like that. The fourth thing is also in line with what I said earlier. Decision making was poor. I was getting annoyed almost every single moment because it's not as if they played badly. Clearly, they did not really play badly, but I felt what they played was just okay. I felt they could be much more better if the decisions on the ball were better. The decisions on the ball were at the likes of Toby Koila. I know Toby Koila is a youngster. I'm not criticizing him, but I have to just say that I felt Toby Koila needs to work on playing the ball forward. And I think you have to quickly cut it out of his game. He takes the easy routes many times. You give him the ball, he gives it to the defender's back. Sometimes you give him the ball where he could just turn and play forward. he's turning back. I know you say it's a young star, but definitely this is something that is forming part of his game. And I want to say that for a lot of Manchester United players, these players are not playing in the moment. These players are playing, they are playing in simulation. I've said it many times on the podcast, said that they play in simulation. I don't really like that, because to be honest, sometimes we receive the ball in a good moment, turn and play forward. Turn and play forward. Before you know, to be is doing it back. Yeah, Matthias de Ligt to receive ball in a position where he should chase the ball down and continue play. Turn the chaos to play. Before you know it, he's kicking it out. A lot of players, I don't want to just, a lot of players were playing, not being in the match, not being in the reality. They were in simulation. Is what they had in their mind they wanted to do. Even some moments where, there was one moment in the game where Amorim was shouting, play. And that's true. Play. We are so much used to this long ball. Sometimes they decide not to play long ball, but when they get into the pitch, before you know what's going on, they forget reality and they just go into that pre-programmed, subconscious, planning, mental planning. And that one is just long ball, unnecessary. Even the places where you could have come the ball, and string one or two passes together. So guys, the fifth point really is a win. As I said earlier, take the win like that. Don't waste time analyzing too much in this team, because I still have many points that I can even highlight, the likes of Zex and the likes, but just take the point. Next match against Fulham, we'll see in the weekend, next match, just take the point like that, and let's move on. So guys, these are my opinions and observations, some of my opinion and observations about the match between Manchester United and Rangers. Manchester United 2, Rangers 1. Home goal from Jack Butland, goal from Bruno Fernandez from Manchester United, and a late equalizer that kept people on panic mode from Seru Deza. So guys, thank you very much for sticking with me. I remain your host Shegun, and this is 5 Things We Learned. As usual, let me know your opinions on the match in the comment section. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share. See you till we see next time. Bye.